When we last left off, we were in a pretty bad situation. Namely, we just had two characters that were not in the hospital. We have Baldy here, and then we have the leader. The cheerleader leader. It's all up to Baldy and the Fawns. Mr. I have cool looking sunglasses. Sure. Go ahead and take another motorcycle. And now the leader moves in an amazing 10 movement. Because I guess motorcycles give 3 movements. If I was paying attention, I could have figured that out earlier. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10 movement, or 3 movement. So he moves 10. Okay. Suddenly a guy with a lightning bolt scar attacks poor Baldy and gives him a pretty bad elbow. Nasty looking elbow attack. 40 punch and 45 kick. This guy's pretty serious. At least I have more health at this point. We seem to be trading blows. Well, trading blows works. It's better than losing. Well, better than losing outright. Just keep kicking. Way to go, Baldy. His hair kind of looks like the leader's, only he looks beat up and kind of sad looking. I have no idea who that was. I guess that was supposed to be a normal villain or something. I have no idea. That was an interesting bit of story, I suppose. If I could understand what the heck it was. An interesting little boss fight, or mid-boss. Baldy's really hurting right about now. I'm not sure if he should do much fighting. Unless, is he about to get a level? Or did he just get a level? Actually, he just got a level. Well, way to go. Okay, he can fight. Go for it. Use your special attack. Or miss with your special attack. Either way. I think it would be interesting if I were to play this game again, or if someone else were to play this game. If you were to see how powerful the other characters could get, or what they would be like. For example, the really weak character, the character I call Wimpy. He gets really good at countering. I wonder how good he could actually become. Might be something to experiment with. I choose to focus on the Fawns here, because he's really good. And I really like his special move. That armbar. And he has 450 health at this point. He's a really healthy character. Well, I'm not really sure if the other characters have less health or comparable health, but I mean, he's on level 17 at this point, so I don't really have any sort of reference point, but he seems to have pretty good health in comparison to the other characters. I don't really know. He seems to have pretty good stats in general. But considering his level is way higher than anyone else's right now, it's hard for me really to compare at this point. Well, it doesn't seem to be anything hidden in these two houses. I'm gonna go ahead and dispatch this extra guy. Oh no, an ambush by a very pathetic opponent. Oh no, whatever will I do except for punch him in the face twice? Except for not even give him a chance to counterattack. There's a lot of surprise encounters. That's one thing I think is pretty cool about this game. Until you get used to it. Armbar! That's a good way to start this match. I still have higher stats than the enemy boss, or the opponent, the boss, but not by much. Wow, I actually got hit. We traded blows. But his life is extremely inferior, or his health is much lower than mine. So I have a decided advantage. Not to mention the fact that I have better stats. I have no idea who that is either. And everyone's out of the hospital. Hooray, we're back together. Only a few permanent injuries. Some of them are crippled and, you know, walk with a limp for the rest of their life. It's okay. They can still fight. Nah, I'm sure they're fine. And another stage with ominous music. Well, maybe not ominous, but kind of strange music. It's not really that ominous, I suppose. Having a sword doesn't really make that much of a difference later on. Early in the game it makes a huge difference. A few stat points extra makes all the difference in battle, but later in the game, not as much. Okay, Drake is actually completely tied to this opponent, completely equal to this opponent. Except for the fact that he has better health. Which hopefully will give him the deciding factor, or winning factor in this battle. Hopefully that'll help him win. Okay, the enemy actually blocks. Let's punch him. We trade blows. That's somewhat comical. I will kick you, and you will kick me. We will trade kicks. That was painful. Very painful. My extra people at this point should probably just stay back. They should be happy they're alive at all. Even though there's not really much of a penalty for losing them, so I guess I might as well use them. Tank has the advantage, because Tank has a wooden sword. punchers, or the punchy people, the two punching characters are very handy with swords. They appreciate them. No, he doesn't want a motorcycle. Even though, as I said, a sword doesn't make that much of a difference, the punching characters are focused in swords anyway, so... or focused in punching anyways, which the sword goes on the punching slot, so... Swords are good for them at least, but... still, it doesn't make as big of a difference later in the game, as I said before. Still useful, though. Sometimes that 1 or 2 points can be the deciding factor in battle. The deciding factor that decides whether or not you get hit or hit the opponent. Because if your stats are inferior, all you can really do is stand back and block. Blocking is